Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host, Matt Marrero, along with your other host,
Tristan Walter.
And today we're talking about, now let me explain why I'm frustrated. Today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super episodes 51 and 52. Now, we took a break, right, to try to get 2 episodes to do because, 51 was good on its own. 51 and 52, I think, really bring a lot more to the table, not just because it's like, well, there's more content. It's like, yes, but there also is a lot going on in 52 that I would say, even if it's just backstory stuff, that I think if we just did 51, it would have been a much shorter show. But here's why I'm frustrated, and you don't know this, Tristan. At least I don't think you do. There's no Super next week.
Oh.
So even though we wouldn't be doing 53 most likely, because again, we still want to, even though 53 would be very significant, we don't know what would be happening in 54. So we'd probably wait until 54 anyway to do a podcast. But even just seeing it, you and I just going, let's just have some fun before No, it's not out. No, it's not being aired next week. So no television airing, no subs for us.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, let's not focus on the fact that what the fuck.
Let's focus on the fact that so much feels and Future Trunks. Oh my God, why?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to clarify. We're doing this on a Saturday, so technically there's no Super tomorrow when it airs.
Right.
So by the week after, the next Sunday, there should be Super.
Okay.
But anyway. Because I realized, I'm like, wait, let me clarify to you and to everyone listening live. It's like, this Sunday there will be no Super. But anyway.
Did you have any trouble?
Trunks, man. They just want to make you cry all the time.
Having trouble. She can't get it to work.
No more.
And it's just like, why would you do that? It's like, why do you want to do that to me? By the way, so my question to you is, I have a big question for you. Did you like or dislike the way they reanimated certain scenes?
Okay. Well, I was very happy to actually see them reanimate. Well, okay. I like the idea that they put the flashbacks in. But I guess it's a toss-up because the flashback in 52 you see with Trunks and his Gohan, I liked that they remastered, or re-edited. That was cool.
Yeah.
But the one where you see the Cell games and not the Cell games, the Time Machine that they're working on.
I know.
Cell's Time Machine.
Yeah.
I didn't like that as much because it looks like they edited Trunks to make him look younger, like he kind of does now. Because, I said before, I mean, I know it's the differences in animation. Like you said before, animation has gotten better over the years, and some people just, they're a little more defined now. But I still feel like Trunks was. Granted, he was young when he came back the first time, but he was just a bit more buff, I want to say.
Oh, well, remember, that's just that's not even getting better, quote unquote. That's just newer animation techniques. It's the idea that if you tried to make Pikachu, quote unquote, fat, the way that he used to be very heavy, chunky Pikachu, he would have to look really heavy.
Right, like you've mentioned before, yeah.
Yeah, because you look at Yajirobe and he slimmed down, and you're like, why is that? And it's just like everyone has kind of gotten more stick-figure-y because if you have to make them, because it's
even
a bit
Corrin,
more quote unquote real.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, Corrin.
Even Corrin.
Yajirobe, and even Bulma's dad. I was seeing him, and I know he's getting older, but when they came back from vacation, in my head he's always been a lot shorter and bulkier just because of the suit jacket and everything.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, he's always seemed bulkier, but he's so skinny and tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, my point is that I don't think it was they didn't mean to make him less buff.
Yeah.
My whole problem was that I understood why they did it. If anyone doesn't know, why'd they do that? Well, because they were going to make a flashback scene So they wanted to make it look seamless.
Yeah.
However, the problem, of course, a few problems. The problem being that at certain points, either for like transition shots or just because, they didn't reanimate.
Right.
And, it could be budgetary concerns, it could be time, and that's fine. But it's just crazy to me that, like, you would actually just be like, okay, it's all the same clip. I'm pretty sure that one is from 1990 and this one is from 2016.
Yeah.
Damn it, how could they tell? I
kind of did like it with previous flashbacks where they kept it from the original, animation how it was. I just thought that was a nice throwback.
Yes, no, usually I liked both. I liked seeing Goku, Krillin, and Master Roshi reanimated. That was really nice. But then when they went back to we're just going to do flashbacks, I was just fine with that. Because you know what? These flashbacks are relevant. They mean something. They save time and money. But to sit here and to do this, and then even doing the reanimated scene in 52, not when when Gohan karate chopped him, referring more to the actual transformation, it felt very rushed.
Yeah.
The transformation felt very rushed. And I sat there and I was like, it wasn't bad. It's just like, and I'm talking about the movement, really just like the hands.
Yeah, there was one when that scene when Trunks flies out after him after he wakes up, and you see the first shot where it zoomed out and Trunks is basically standing over Gohan.
Mhm.
Now, if anyone's ever watched, the anime for Pokemon, go back and watch that scene and look at Gohan's eyes and tell me you don't see Brock.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, but
I guess I'll have to look at that. I didn't realize that.
I was slightly annoyed because it's such a serious scene, and all I could think about was Brock from Pokemon as Gohan's lying there dead. I'm like, why?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, because in the original, the special that was released on DVD, his eyes are just whited out. Like, they're wide open, but they're whited out.
Mm-hmm.
Signifying, he's gone. It's like, oh, okay. And then I saw this, and I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Just couldn't handle it.
I want to mention something about 51 that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed that even though they knew it was going to be filler, they wanted to make sure that it would be a flashback, if you will. It would be to something that actually happened in this series, but to Dark Goku and Trunks fighting and hearing more about, seeing more rather about what Dark Goku is about, because the way he speaks, it feels like he it's like, is he talking about Son Goku, or is he talking about himself, who is Son Goku? Does he realize he realizes, but has he not been in this body? What the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? And that, and the fact that he talks as if he's a god himself. And sometimes you sit back, right, when you see a movie and someone talks as if they're a god, you're like, okay, yeah, they're a maniac. Right. In Dragon Ball Z, they might actually be a god.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, his whole thing, he seems to be angry at the gods himself, because, talking about how humanity is the god's sole failure, and to create a utopia in the universe, I need to erase humanity. And it's funny, does that mean just humans? Or, because, you keep fighting Trunks, too, and he's technically a Saiyan, even though he's living on Earth. So it's
I think that's
why.
You
have to get rid of them, too?
No. I think that's why. It's like if Trunks had stepped aside and said, let's do this, Dark Goku would have been like, fuck yeah, man.
Okay.
I would assume, anyway.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Everyone else on Earth, at least usually, is not an alien of any kind.
Yeah. Right.
We have dinosaur people, and we have dinosaurs. We have cat people, but they're people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but they're quote-unquote people.
Terrestrial.
They're quote-unquote human. Yeah, they're terrestrial. So I feel like if Trunks had turned evil with Dark Goku, it'd be like, sure, man, Or no, sorry, you're half human. That might be a problem.
Oh, right. Yeah, wow, I can't believe I forgot that.
That's fine. Well, no, because, like, the thing is, it's because, I understand why you forgot it, because usually Dark Goku says, and I quote, "Oh, you're the proud warrior race, really?" Like, because it's more,
right.
like,
he keeps calling him, he keeps referring to him as just Saiyan instead of you're a half-breed, like Vegeta would say back in the day.
Yeah. Exactly. So, it's, and by the way, just Vegeta, I know this was 52, but, like, just Vegeta just training with those robots, I was like, what do you think they're going to do for you now?
I think I think it was more of he just needed to blow off some steam.
Clearly. It's just, sir, I would like to explain the power level difference. Oh, God. Jimmy, no. Why did they name us if we would only die? Anyway,
this is the hand of a god. This is the hand of a god. Ah!
Basically. So, it's funny looking at Beerus, right? I would have been annoyed with him over these past 2 episodes if he didn't actually end up taking them to Universe 10 and actually, sit there and go, wait a minute, I felt that key before. And I'm like, oh, shit, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if he hadn't done that, I know it was stretched out, but if he hadn't done it at all, and by the way, anyone, it was way too stretched out, Dragon Ball Z. But, just please remember, so thinking about, like, it was stretched out, but not compared to that. So looking at Beerus, I really enjoyed that it actually, something happened, where nothing against, nothing against Pilaf and his gang, but in a way, up until this episode, even with this episode a little bit, they're not useless, but they are only comic relief, which isn't a problem. You and I like comic relief. But, but it can be a lot sometimes, even though you and I like it. So, so having Beerus actually do something is nice.
Right. I think the only other thing with, Pilaf's gang is the whole thing with, Future Trunks talking to Kid Mai about, the future and everything. By the way, I feel so bad for Kid Trunks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
why does Trunks become Trunks in GT? That's how, getting emasculated by your older self.
Oh, God. It's like, your older self is cock-blocking you. I can't think of any other way to put it. It's like, it's so bad.
Literally, older Trunks is stopping future Trunks from having a family with Mai. Good job, asshole.
Yeah.
Good job, Marty McFly. Great fucking job, Marty.
So everyone is dead in your time, and you just decide to, to avoid feeling this pain, I'm just going to make it not happen at all.
Basically.
Oh, God, that would be terrible. Please don't let that be a thing.
No.
No.
Yeah, I feel very strange about the stuff with Mai, simply because when you go in depth with it more, I already felt this earlier, but I feel it more now. With Mai and with this other Kai in my head, right? Because, there's, in the next episode preview, we did see the Kai. We don't know anything else about him. We just know that the Kai that's in the opening. So, again, he's in the opening, everyone, so it's not like we're spoiling crazy. He will be there. But anyway, so it's weird to me because let's say they do try to say, oh, that Kai and Goku fused. Right? In the future. It's kind of like, wait, so it's in their future? Like now, because of the different universes, their future is affecting other people's futures? Because I'm cool with that. I just really want to clarify.
Yeah. Well, because I was going to say something, too. Even if Beerus knows, I've seen that key before, and they meet, this other Kai that's he might have something to do with it, are they even gonna know about it in the main timeline if we're still following how the Cell Saga went? Because this future Trunks is from an alternate timeline, so it's basically a parallel universe is what we've gone with this entire time for the Cell game.
Yes, No, you're completely right, and that's why I'm a little thrown off, because it's like, we have to stop this Kai so the future will be saved. We split off the future a long time ago.
Yeah.
The fact that Trunks could even appear here right now is frankly a miracle.
Yeah.
Like, he should not be able to go to this timeline. Like, I know it sounds like stupid and nerdy to people, but please understand. Like, if you think about the way time worked when it split, right?
Right.
He should only be able to go back to, like, the Cell games, if not earlier.
Right.
And live through all of that. Because the thing is, it's like, well, Matt, why do you say that? Well, because when the timelines diverged, when they split, that means that you can only go back that far in your own timeline.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's like, but if he was in the past and then the timeline split, the future he would have gone to would have been theirs, not his. It's like, no, but like I can give them that pass,
right.
Where it's like he can go there. Right, he can go back home. Like, it's set to go back home. Like, he wouldn't have fucking... How funny would it have been if, like, fucking in the Cell games, he tries to go back to the future and he ends up in normal timeline Majin Buu Saga?
Oh, God.
I don't think this is right. All of you are still alive. This is not my timeline. Like, I'm 95% sure this is not right. In fact, 99.
Yeah.
Like, just, Majin Buu! Yeah, about 100% sure. Like, I'm going to go with 100 here. Oh, who's that, Boo? It's like 105. Can I go higher? Can I just...
Wait a minute. I got rid of you in
high?
my timeline. Wait, what am I talking about?
It's like, didn't happen yet. He just... But in all seriousness, though, like, he shouldn't be able to go back in a way where he can still slip into their timeline. Because it's like, no, you've been in the future for so long now that all this other shit has happened. So, yeah, I don't know what they're doing with time travel. Like, I don't know what they think they're doing.
I mean, I get the feeling they're just nerfing it for Super and kind of, like, just starting over. In a way.
Well, no, I mean, maybe that, or I think they're sitting back and they're like, okay, so Trunks can only go back farther than Super, so Trunks can't be in Super. Are you fucking happy about that, you little nerd? No. Then he's going to be in Super, and you're going to shut up. You're going to shut up, because not only is he in Super and you're happy about it, but we're happy about it. And I say we because I am completely convinced. Right? And you've seen the show, obviously. We've been doing podcasts, and you've seen the movies. I am completely convinced that the writers for these movies and shows are fans of the series.
Yeah.
Like, fans like you and I, like, they've grown up with the show, and now they're like, holy shit, I get to write for this. And maybe I'm wrong here, right? But I don't feel like they're just being paid to write one-off episodes. Like, oh, maybe someone here and there, but, like, I don't think they're really being paid, like, oh, Dragon Ball, whatever. Like, even though it is a cultural phenomenon over there, still, you don't have to be a fan of it. Like in America, right? Power Rangers was huge, but you don't have to be a fan of Power Rangers, right?
Yeah.
But if you are and you're writing, in my opinion, it just shows. When you're a fan of something and you're writing for it, it shows. And in my opinion, a lot of the humor in this series, in Super,
it shows.
It showed that, like, you guys are fans.
Right.
And bringing in Trunks like this and the way he's just so super fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then making it into a joke about how cool he is. It's like, you guys liked Dragon Ball. You liked Z as a kid. You had to. You fucking had to.
Speaking of making it as a joke as a kid, like, even Kid Trunks is making jokes about himself. When they run into the other laboratory to get the part that Bulma's looking for, and Trunks puts the hacksaw on his back and ties it around like a sword. I was like, oh God, Trunks, no. No, Kid Trunks, please don't. Oh. I'm like, you're adorable, but no.
Just like you are the exact opposite of what cool is and is perceived to be. Like, in every sense of the word, you are lame.
Oh, God. Well, it's funny because it's like, I love the fact that Goten isn't around to be like, dude, are you sure that's a good idea? And him be like, no, of course it's a great idea. I'm the best. And then realize, yeah, you're not, you're wrong. Although,
you think Goten would have had a good idea? He fucking sees Great Saiyaman all day.
Trunks is always like, I know what I'm doing. I know what the answer is. I'm grown up. You're the kid. He's like, okay, you're awesome, Trunks. And then he's like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying he would have went with the I'm awesome first and foremost.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm saying he sees Great Saiyaman all day. Like, this little kid's just like, you're Hacksaw Man. Yeah. Trunks is like, calm down, Goten. He's like, what?
The one thing that did annoy me about that scene is, though, how the hell does Mai, Shu, and Pilaf... I mean, I get that they've basically had 2 lifetimes to live now, but how do they know about this high-tech technology and Trunks doesn't even have an inkling of what his mom is talking about? I mean, okay,
Trunks.
I get, like, he probably doesn't watch her, like, meticulously and say, oh, I know what that is, but he'll be like, oh, I think I know what she's talking about, and not pick up, like, hey, that's a calculator. Oh, it's like, no, he would know the fucking difference between, a machine, a time machine part and a calculator.
I do think he was trying to get her attention more.
Yeah, no,
than actually
true.
finding. Yet
I guess
maybe
matter. He wasn't paying attention exactly. He was just hoping he would pick up the right
one. I mean, he took out the Hercule
but...
clock, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. This takes out the fucking Mr. Satan clock. Just, whoa, technology really is the devil. But yeah, I think about it though. Pilaf ran a fucking army.
Yeah, but
like he could potentially know technology in general. Although I'm sure Bulma was just like, he what?
I forgot about. He did have mechs. He had a giant mech that he attacked Goku with when he was a child.
Yes. I mean, of course, different pieces of technology, but still, it's a lot different than, like, Trunks, who is literally, like, a kid, who knows more fighting than actual, because think about, like, all the stuff Vegeta, you could watch your mom do that, or you could fight with me and I'll take you to Disneyland, but whatever.
All right,
you can do your thing.
I'll go to Disneyland. Fight with me and I'll take you to Disneyland.
That's basically what happened, right? It was like, I'll take you to the amusement park.
Yeah, you're definitely right. The line is beautiful.
And what are you going to do when we get there? Punch Mickey in the balls. My boy.
It's my boy.
And what do you say when you do it? Take that, Goku. I'm so fucking proud of you. Let me explain something to you, son. I don't curse much. Got that regal shit going on. But I'm fucking proud of you. Oh my God. You might not ever get Mai's love, but you'll have mine. You'll have mine, son.
You've never said that before, Dad. I'm saying it now, damn it.
Just punch Goten in the face.
What? Dad, why did you punch Goten in the face?
Yeah, just punch Goten in the face. What? Love you so much, son.
Oh, I do love the fact that he seems so like, I'm avenging my family. They're not even my family. They're alternate my family. But I'm going to avenge them because they're still my family.
Yeah, no, that actually, you know what's funny though? The way they put the clip in, maybe also because of like how Japanese works and the way the subs work and everything, but like, I thought he's blaming Trunks for his family's death. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they show Dark Goku. I'm like, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, no, you're right. I did get that sense. For a split second, I felt that, and I'm like, no, he just basically admitted he loved his son before. He said everything's going to be all right. He wouldn't do that, right?
You sure, Trunks? Don't you love me anymore, Dad? You don't hit Goten in the face.
You're dead to me. Goten
get on younger youth level.
My timeline.
Basically, just get in younger youth level. No, literally, it's like, Dad, older Gohan died in my timeline.
Yeah, I'm the reason my Gohan is dead. Oh.
It's just so beautiful. I think that's where he draw the line. You don't kill them, you just Fuck him up. God.
What's wrong with you?
Jesus, too far.
A lot of things, Dad. There's a lot of things wrong with me.
Apparently, yeah, his brain is like jumping between future and past, which is some really fucking crazy like PTSD, not even kidding, like being completely legitimate.
Yeah.
Like that's horrifying. If you're
the
just
poor kid can't even
flying,
sleep.
Yeah. The only thing I say, and this is because I'm a stupid nerd. What? Yeah, I'm a stupid nerd. Is as he's flying, and I was like, he's in my head. I was like, he's gonna see something and imagine it be destroyed, because like, and that's not like why I saw it. Like, oh, I saw it coming. I'm so great. No.
Right.
Just like when he sees it, I'm like, should it have even been built? This is farther in the timeline.
Yeah.
It's like, Matt, shut up. It's like, no, but should it have even been built? His timeline already went to shit once already. Oh,
yeah.
And I was so happy. Sad but happy when Trunks saw himself, Mai, and Bulma all together in the future. Let me explain why.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say, I swear to fucking God, I thought he was going to say, if Dark Goku wasn't here, then we all would have been happy, and everyone's back to life. It's like, androids existed.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to be so fucking mad. If Dark Goku wasn't around, all of us would have been alive. 18 shows up. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, I would love to see him spend time at Krillin's house.
Yeah, right.
This is me, this is my wife, and this is my half-human, half-android hybrid. Goo goo gaga. I think we should kill them all. Trunks! Jesus! Trunks! Literally just goes back to Vegeta. I beat up Krillin. And
Vegeta just starts laughing. He just breaks out laughing.
Here you go, son. This says 55. It's a number in line. Take a number. You've beat up Krillin. Good job.
Yeah.
Go to little Trunks' preschool. Find about half the kids
like,
dead. They're the same.
I also beat up his wife. Vegeta has a flashback to when 18 broke his arm. High five, son. High five.
I would high five you with my damn arm. For fuck's sakes.
Oh.
But so my question, I should have said this to you earlier in the podcast, but I'll do it now. Which episode was your favorite out of the two, 51 or 52?
Oh,
that's how it is. Just, it's like, well, you take your time.
Like, just looking at my notes. I guess, like, it's kind of equal, but I guess if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with 52, just because of all the Gohan feels that Trunks had.
It's just so fun.
Like,
during your pause there, I was like, do you want to phone a friend? Do you want a 50-50 option? Is that? Do you want to ask the audience? Do you want them to vote?
Yes, we need a poll.
But mid-show, anyway.
Exactly.
I actually have to agree with you, 52, and it wasn't hard for me to decide. I was just immediately 52 because nothing wrong with Mai and Trunks. Like, that made me sad, definitely like, oh, wow. But in my opinion, like, because Mai is new, it's a bit harder for me to connect with. Like, I connected, but compared to Gohan, because, again, you and I have been fans for years.
Right.
Right? You know, I don't think it works anymore, sadly, or it hasn't worked for years, but I have the History of Trunks edited VHS.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, edited too, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you understand, and I think you have it on DVD. So you understand, like, we both love this series so much. We've been watching it for years, ever since we were kids. So for us, that scene, even though the scene to me didn't really, like, the reanimated flashback didn't really do much for me. Just him seeing Gohan smile or go like, go, go, go. He was like, I didn't realize that Gohan could make that expression. And I'm like, oh, God. It really hit me like,
Gohan never got to have.
Yeah, no, it was really bad. Like, it made me so. Yeah, it really made me.
Oh no, that
sad
broke my heart.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
like, I was glad for Trunks that he got to see, people actually happy. Like, oh, at least in this world, he got to be happy.
And that was a really nice motivation for him, and I was really happy about that because, like, it made me sad, but I'm very, very happy because, we were able to sit back and think, wow, like he can sit there and go, this is what I'm fighting for. And because I think for a bit there, he really did kind of feel like, what am I doing here? I should be out blowing up things that are trying to destroy the earth, literally anything.
Well, I mean, when Satan's just kind of sitting there with his, granddaughter, making you watch the, his recent glory days where he saved the Earth from a bunch of aliens, and he sent Goku flying and bouncing with a tractor. It's kind of like, what is my life right now?
I have to admit, though, it really does suck, in the sense that usually, like, at first you're like, oh, he's showing him his greatest hits, because that's what a lot of people do when they're, retired in the entertainment industry. They want to show their greatest hits. But it's not even like his fucking greatest hits DVD. It's current shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so mad. I don't know if you saw this, but this is how it defeated Cell.
I actually thought that was my first thought, but I'm assuming it's funny. They actually could have taken old animated footage and it would look like a VHS tape and it would have been okay.
Oh, yeah, that would have been great. Although I get the feeling Videl would have gotten pissed at him, like, Dad, you know Gohan did it. I married him. We have a child. We all live together. Stop.
My child can do
it
better than you can. I'm sorry. The hits that I know Trunks isn't trying to fight Pan, but the hits that she got on Trunks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no. You know what's really funny too? By the way, I don't know if you noticed, the kicks were very much like Gohan's kicks early, or Piccolo's kicks.
Yeah. Oh God.
Which is
Piccolo's dark
strange,
nature has been realized once again. He's going to take over the world, but with Pan. That's why he's being best babysitter. It's all a ruse.
So you figured it all out. No,
no.
No, I actually thought it was going to be more. I realized the voice that I used was very much "Let that child alone." Anyway, why did I go for that one? But anyway, it would be really cute though if he's trying to train her, where it's like meditation, child. I will literally put you with dinosaurs.
She's like ripping off his turban, and just like
she's ripping off dinosaurs.
Oh.
She honestly, at this age, she can probably do a lot better job than Gohan did in the wild, and she wouldn't cry as much.
Probably.
And if she did cry, everything would be freaking scared of her.
Yeah, well, because she would probably blow up half the planet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm just okay. All right. So should we make this official now? Should we start taking bets? Okay, who wants to put money on Pan beating Dark Goku? I'm calling it now. I'm calling it right now.
You know why I'm calling it? Because her ki is in no way dark, so it's gonna negate his ki. So she's going to be the only one that can come in and punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now. I do wonder, though, what's going to be able to beat Dark Goku. And I really hope they're not going to try some. If we stop him in the past, it'll help the future. No, that's
not how that works.
That's not how it's going to work. Not here, anyway. It can normally, but again,
we've
Trunks'
already
future
established
is so much
how time works in this series.
Yeah, in this series, and the fact that it's not like you'd go to okay. So it's not like if Trunks went to his own future right now, it'd be GT. No, because that's what is the quote unquote future of what's going on right now. Obviously, we've eradicated GT from the timeline just because of the fact that Goku's a fucking god. But it's not even Goku. It's Vegeta's also a god. So it's no. Because I got to be honest, there was a point when I was thinking, honestly, Goku, in a weird way, GT could still work. in a weird way. But once it's like, no, Goku became Super Saiyan Blue and then Vegeta and now all the universes, I'm like, yeah, GT is in the ground right now. When Pan squirted Trunks in the face with milk, I was like, oh, God. She's like, this is for GT, motherfucker. Squirts her. She's just looking at this.
And, I mean, when she was wrestling around with Trunks, too, like, she was grabbing the sword by the end of it, and Gohan's just like, oh, God, the remote is through the television. Oh, God, she's going to stab Trunks.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was like, oh, God. And it's funny, too, because, like, I don't know how Gohan and Videl even deal with her if that's what she can do. I guess she doesn't like to play like that with Mommy and Daddy as much.
Well, no, I mean, Matt, he's the great Saiyaman of timeouts.
That's what I assume. No, like, legit, that's what I assume, like, because Trunks is new and weak. It's just like, I will annihilate you with fun.
That's Gohan's real training. It's not with Piccolo, it's with Pan.
You know what's really funny? I sat there, and it was just like, oh, I don't sense any of his power. I'm like, okay, you weren't there for the Buu Saga, even without training. I'm pretty sure he can whip your ass. Like, don't even.
Well,
if he can still harness some of that Buu Saga power.
I really don't think he can, to be honest.
Probably not, but if he can still...
Granted, we haven't seen Gohan in Super fight, so I can't say for sure, but based on what we saw in Revival of F...
he didn't go... he went Super Saiyan 2 there, didn't he? Or no? No, he didn't even go Super Saiyan 2. I'm saying if he can still harness Super Saiyan 2, immediately he trumps Trunks, because Trunks, I would argue, is not a Super Saiyan 2. They would at least be even.
No, he's definitely Super Saiyan 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because when Goku and him fought, that's what they established. Like, oh, you made it to 2. Good job.
Yes.
And then Goku proceeded to go to 3 and punch him in the ground. It's like, Vegeta looks up, hey! That's not fair, and you know it, Kakarot! Stop using transformations we don't all have!
You know what I love so much, by the way? I love that when Gohan became Great Saiyaman again, Videl, because of the fact that she used to be a mass crime fighter, was the only one that was happy about it. It's serious though, because like Hercule was indifferent. Trunks was like, I don't think future Trunks died for this, and Videl was just like, yeah, just mouth wide open, like, this is funny. I like this. My husband. This is exactly. This is the man I married, and frankly, I'm okay with that. And it's like, oh, that's nice. But yeah. So
I would just imagine future Gohan's ghost just appears next to future Trunks. So he just looks at him. He's like, "Kill me."
Again.
Do it.
I have to say, I really hope that Trunks gets like the best future ever after this. Now, I'm not saying bad things can't happen. I'm just saying that I really want everyone to be brought back to life.
Yeah, he kind of does deserve it at this point. I mean, I don't even know if they could do that with the Earth's Dragon Balls. Maybe Namek, because although I don't even know if that whole year thing is still a rule with the Earth's Dragon Balls, but...
No, that's the thing. We don't even know what's going on. I'm talking about in his timeline. It's just like, you should be able to find these Dragon Balls or something like that. Like, I'm just hoping that...
I wonder if... I mean, I guess...
What?
Technically, if everything still went the same with Frieza, New Namek should still be in Trunks' timeline.
That's what I'm saying, but Trunks never really
had a way to get there, though.
No, yes. But here's the thing. If Bulma's alive, then she can make a ship for him, and if they're secured and like, everything's safe, he can go to New Namek and wish things. Or, frankly, it depends. Like if he's able to go to that, what's it called? It would be really funny. I wish that in 10 years, the Earth will be brought back to life. I can wait until then? Good.
I'll set my clock, I guess.
Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, it would be nice just, like, I know it might seem weird to bring back, like, Vegeta and Adult Gohan and everyone else in that timeline. So, like, even though I want them all back, I don't know if they all should be back, but at the very fucking least, which I assume they'll do the very least to not make things weird, at the very least they'll probably bring back Mai and Bulma.
Mai, yeah. Well, it's funny, I mean, we've seen in one of the, I forget which numbered episode, but previously, Mai is alive?
Very true, but I have a strange feeling that she's going to really die somehow.
Yeah. Yeah,
if she lives throughout the whole thing, that would be nice, but if she... Yeah, no, exactly, but if she really does die, like, officially, like, dead, I would assume they'd bring her back.
Because, I mean, to be fair, I think future Bulma is pretty much, yeah.
Again, it really depends. Like, it depends on what they want to do. Because if they have Dragon Balls, it's like anyone who is killed by Dark Goku, boom.
Oh God.
So that's what I'm saying. So
like,
it really depends.
Like
on...
in the mains timeline, everyone who's killed by Dark Goku, we want to wish them back. He's just like, you realize that goes into alternate. You know what? Never mind. Just fine, whatever. They're alive. I don't even care anymore.
Funnily enough, that might actually happen. Like, because of how funny the humor is in the show, we might actually have a dragon saying, "That's sort of, but not my jurisdiction."
Yeah.
So
that's far beyond my power.
Have you seen that meme that's been going around with Pokemon Go servers?
Oh, yeah. Please let the Pokemon Go servers come back online. That's far beyond my power.
Oh, man. But they're going to make a Dragon Ball Z Go. Catch everyone in Trunks' timeline.
Oh.
No one's ever around.
Oh, why did you have to go there?
You caught one Dark Goku. Now he's going to kill you. Good job.
Speaking of which, that face he makes when they had the flashback with Mai and the Resistance Army trying to attack him, just when he turns around and just smiles. Like, they showed that in an episode preview before. Shut up. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have nightmares. Like, I mean, there have been a lot of villains in, Dragon Ball that have made creepy faces, but it was just the fact, like, I keep having these, I keep getting, like, Turles vibes, but, like, times a million.
Well, because his power level is like Turles's, but times a million.
Well, because it's funny. It's
in fact, more so.
Turles was, I mean, it's a movie, so it's technically non-canon, so that technically never happened. It was a great movie. Like, all the movies are great. I love them, but that's not part of the canon. This is part of the canon, and it's like you look like Goku. Like, it's the same vibe of you look like Goku, and yet you're the exact opposite. You are what's wrong with the universe. Go away.
Basically,
like,
and heck, I mean,
feels wrong.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's obviously what they're going for there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and I do wonder, where it really is going to go. Because while we try to wrap some things up right now, I want to say that I look at Dark Goku and Akai, and I wonder if, like, it stinks, though, because if they don't, like, because they are going to Universe 10, and they're going to see Akai from there, I'm hoping there's, like, an evil Goku, let's say. Because it would be really shitty if it's like, oh no, the Kai is evil, which makes sense, and then he fused with Goku, and it's like made him more evil.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Especially because, again, if it happens in this timeline, how would it affect Trunks' at all?
Yeah, right.
Unless because he's a god now, he can, go into the future or just, like, do crazy shit.
Yeah. Although, I mean, they've already established their restrictions on the time ring, so...
Exactly. But, I mean, we'll see where it goes from here. I'm wondering, and I don't think I mentioned this on the show, I'm wondering if there's an evil Goku in the Universe 10, which is a bit like Majin Buu in the sense that when he fused with the Kais were trying to make Majin Buu better and nicer.
Right. Well, I mean,
so yeah.
The Kai's personality, like the one Kai who was, large and jolly, he is, from what I remember, he blocked Supreme Kai, who became Supreme Kai. He knocked him out of the way of getting absorbed, and the jolly one got absorbed, and then that's how Buu became the way he was when we saw him.
Oh yes, but each and every Buu was still nicer than the last, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right.
Yes. So I do wonder, is this Kai a nice one, or is he one that tries to make Goku evil in a way?
Right.
So yeah, we have no idea right now, but I can't wait for what the future holds.
It's funny, like I like the idea that you're coming up with for it, but the idea that I got was, like, I had the idea of he's either from the episode preview for 53. It looks like they're the Kais in training. He's a Kai elect. So I'm wondering if this Dark Goku wanted to try and be a Kai, and they're like, dude, there are only a few that get selected to be Kais. You don't fit the job description. Bye. And he's like, oh no, I do now. Wait, what? Or whether I got the idea of maybe he's a false god of destruction. Like, he's like, I want to be a god because I can do a good job and make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. It's like, no, I think we're good. It's like, no, you need me.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued because I don't know. Obviously, again, no one knows where the hell they're going. But I do wonder, like, what exactly they, I guess, plan.
Yeah.
Because, like, in my head, it's like, they have to have a plan.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they have a plan.
Like, no, I mean, we joke about them potentially winging, like, the idea of the future. But, like, like, what is the future, really? But in this timeline. But, like, they're not winging Dark Goku.
Yeah,
they have a plan.
Right.
But yeah, all jokes aside, though, I really, because I'm sitting back, and the reason why I'm, like, so, I guess, taken aback right now is because I'm really thinking, like, I don't know what the future holds. Matt, you said that 3 times. Well, I don't. Damn it. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to. Fucking fuck. All right, I hate myself. I like when I make puns, but I didn't plan on that. Anyway, so I think it's time to actually finish things. I want to thank you all for listening in, as always. I want to mention that we have merchandise on our main website, which our main website being thoseguysontheradio.tumblr.com, the merchandise page being /merchandise. You can buy a lot of stuff related to our podcast and our Let's Plays through our merchandise page. Speaking of our podcasts, obviously listen to it right now, but you could also listen to it through some of our social media outlets. We have, or at least finding them on our social media outlets as we update them. We have our Facebook, which is /thoseguysontheradio, our Twitter, which is @thoseguysradio, and our Instagram, which is /thoseguysontheradio. You can also find us on iTunes by searching up Those Guys, and on YouTube by searching up our channel Those Guys on the Radio, which I constantly update with our audio and visual podcasts. Now, I mentioned our merchandise before. You can also get our Let's Play merchandise on there, as I mentioned. Let's Plays that you can find on Those Guys Play. You can search up Those Guys Play on YouTube and find our Those Guys Play channel, where Tristan and I and a bunch of other podcasters /Let's Players play Those Guys Play. And currently we're going to wrap up Season 2, but we also have, because it's July, we have our Halloween in July specials that are coming out, a 3-part special. And currently we have Part 1 out, which is you and I, Tristan, playing Poltergeist: A Pixelated Horror for the PS4, a really fun indie game where you get to be the ghost. So that was a lot of fun to play, because usually we're the ones getting scared by ghosts via games or just movies, any kind of media. So it's really nice being the ghost for once. So we did that, and we also have Matt Beats Games from his childhood on Those Guys Plays YouTube channel, where I, being Matt, am beating games from my childhood, currently beating Mega Man X. And, so those more episodes should be coming out soon, but we just released episode 5 on last Monday, which was Mega Man Monday. And, So we're going to wrap up Season 2 soon. Oh, we, of course, have our TG Productions YouTube channel, which we currently updated with something called Motivational Movies, Episodes 1 and 2. Basically, it is the Shia LaBeouf clips from the Just Do It, with the green screen, put behind public domain films. So we currently have 2 episodes of those out, a lot more on the way, really funny stuff. We also have TG News, which is a nerd news show with a funny, joking twist that we'll be updating soon. We also have ourselves a Patreon account, which is called TG Productions, and on a Patreon account, depending on what tier you get, you can actually give us some money to say, hey, do this specific podcast on this show or this movie or this video game. Or you can say, hey, play this video game. Or you can actually be a sponsor on either our podcast, our Let's Plays, or our TG News show. Right, so you can do one of those 3 things. Or you can get the manga that we're bringing over. Yes, the manga called Give My Regards to Blackjack, bringing that over from Japan, translating that, releasing that in the U.S. And you can be a part of it by, depending on what tier you get, you can buy the first volume and the second volume, or the second volume. You can also buy them either physical or digital, or you can get a poster from the manga or a T-shirt. So a lot of fun stuff there. Any questions you want to ask about the manga or about anything else that I just talked about, you could either go to our FAQ on our TG Productions Patreon page, or you can email us at thoseguysintheradio@gmail.com. So that's everything. I did it, Tristan.
Yay!
And yeah, yay! And yeah, so I want to thank you all for listening in, as always, and hope you guys have a good night. So say good night, Tristan.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.